Alright guys, welcome along to PGL Wednesday's race where I think this is round 8. We're at Monaco. Should be an interesting one. Just a little bit late into qualifying 1. We seem to have about 5 minutes left. Sorry about being a little bit late there guys, so I'm not sure if I'm early. I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, let's see what's happening. So we got quite a few times in, all the way from Tang with a 110.5. Liam is second at 110.9. Only to 110. We got GS20 in P3 with a 111.8. Mr. Rage with a 111.9, so not bad times I'm seeing here. Pretty good for these guys. Got Mikey there in 5th to the 112. Got another 112 and Scotty. Bradfield another 112. Johnny a 112. FIFA Beefy with a 112.8 as well. Quite a lot of 112s, and out of that we have Ice Cream with a 113. Irish with a 115. That's quite surprising for Irish there. Walker not able to get a good time here as yet. Now this is a difficult track for a lot of different for a lot of drivers actually, so can't say I'm surprised about the times that I'm seeing. You know, it is often difficult to get a good lap time in. James with no time in as yet, so he's yet to make a time for qualifying 1. We still have about 4 minutes to go. It's more than enough time to get a time in, but a lot of drivers are out of the session already, so just Beefy and GS20 left. Okay, so that's the end of Q1. Let's see what's happening. So only James with no time. It looks like everyone's going over to Q2 from this session here. So let's get on to that. Should be starting pretty shortly there. Some pretty good times from Tang, Liam, and GS20. Some really good times. Let's see, two 110s, two 111s, most 112s. Guess Walker, no good time from him. Irish, no, not the best of time. That's the kind of time I would usually make around Monaco, but hopefully they're going to improve in qualifying 2 now. This should be an interesting one. Let's see how this session goes. Alright, goes welcome along now to qualifying 2. So this is going to be the qualifying session on which you make the fastest lap on the tires, and that's the tires you're going to be starting the race with. So let's get some stats up on the screen. So we're going to see what's going to be going on and what's happening here. I don't think we need the telemetry on. Probably just take that off for now. Let's leave it this way. I think that's good. Alright, so let's see who's going to be first to get us on track and get it warmed up here for our Wednesday race around Monaco. I expect some pretty faster times. Let's see if we're going to see anything like a 109. I'm not sure. We might be able to see that. Oh, we got Ferrari getting out. We got a McLaren getting out. I'm just making sure our street end is perfectly fine before I start switching around from cars. Alright, so we got quite a few guys out on outlaps right now. We're just going to follow them. I think we're following Scotty right now in his McLaren as they go around. They're going to get the tires warmed up and then get started on the hot lap. And we should see some pretty interesting times. Sorry, I had part of my mic up, so you probably were not hearing me too well. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we're going to have a look now to see as they go around their warming up lap, and then they'll get started in their hot lap pretty soon. We should see some pretty good times. I'm hoping to see some 109s if possible from these guys. They are pretty fast here, but Monaco is always a difficult track for everyone. Well, for most of the guys, I would assume. So I want to see what they're going to be doing here today. Oh, someone seems to be in a hurry there. Not sure who's driving that, Williams. Alright guys, let's get focused on what's happening on track. So let's see, so where is Scotty on track right now? Okay, so he's just begun his lap going around right now. We're going to follow his car overhead and see what kind of time he's about to put in. I think there was a Ferrari in front of him, actually a Williams in front of him. But we're just going to focus on Scotty here right now to see how fast he's going to be going around this track and what kind of time he's about to put in. Alright, so it seems it was Walker in that Williams that had rushed by a little bit, but some pretty good times from there. So Tang takes P1 currently with a 110.5. Scotty goes 111.3, Liam 111.5, Walker 111.5 as well. Pretty close to Liam there. Mikey with a 111.8 and GS20 with a 112.2. So not bad time so far. Mix of different strategies here for the race because Tang did that 110 on medium, so that's pretty impressive on his end. No, Scotty did his on soft, but still pretty impressive for 111. Liam Walker qualified on the medium so far. I'm not sure if they're going to change strategy and try it with the softs later in the session. We have just about 10 minutes remaining. And we got Mikey, he's in the pits right now. Let's see who else is running down at the back. I got Irish running here. He's blasting through this track. Let's see what kind of time he's going to be doing. I'm going to stick on the overhead view with his Mercedes for now. Oh, sorry, we switched. I thought he invalidated. That was my bad. I was trying to put the controller down for a second. So Irish usually a pretty fast guy. I want to see what kind of time he's about to put in here. Let's see what he's going to do. Alright, so 111.9 from Irish, not that bad, but they're not that good. Maybe depends on the starting point here, because at Monaco you really want to get a best starting position on a race here. Let's see who else is running. Warriors did a 113. I don't know how well that's going to hold up. Alright, let's see. We got Beef in the pits, got Johnny running out. Oh, locking up. He's being held up by Bradfield a little bit. Oh, he's going in the pits, so let's see what kind of time he's about to put in here. Oh, Johnny goes 8 to the 112.2, so not too bad of a time. We got Mr. Rage heading out on track now on his outlap. Got a yellow sector. I think he was letting those guys get by, I assume there. So we're just gonna follow Mr. Rage around on his outlap and let's see what he's gonna do. I think Ice Tree might be on a lap. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is on a lap in front of Mr. Rage here. So let's follow the both of them as they do go around. And once again, thanks to everyone who has joined on today's live stream with us. Please ensure you guys share the link as much as you can. Get as much people watching. It is what we love to have happening. Okay, Ice Stream does 123. That's pretty bad. Let's see, Mr. Ray. Oh, Beefy is on a lap out. Well, he's not on a lap as yet, but we got Mr. Rage on a lap, so let's see. He's running on mediums. Oh, hitting some debris on track right now. Gonna have to be a little bit careful, making sure he doesn't damage. Oh, that's a purple sector 1 for Mr. Rage so far in that Mercedes. Alright, so let's get our attention on here. Well, my attention actually. Let's see what's happening. So far it's qualifying 2. So it's for Tang is P1 is a 110.5. Scott in P2. Mr. Rage goes P2 with a 110.9. Pretty impressive from him. So he's holding down second place for now for qualifying 2. Scotty goes push down to P3. GS20 is now pushing to P4. Johnny in P5 now. Liam P6. Walker 7. Mikey 8. Irish goes down to 9th. Not usually where you see Irish. Bradfield in 10, Warrens is 11th, Ice Cream is 12. We still got Beefy and James yet to make a time, and I think Beefy is on his hot lap right now. I'm gonna follow along with his Red Bull. Let's see how well he can drive this track and what kind of time he's about to put in here. Hopefully put in a really good time and get him way up there on that leaderboard. Because again, as I said it before, it is Monaco, guys. You want to get the best possible start on this track. You don't want to be starting in the midfield section. It's going to be really difficult around turn 1 and basically throughout the entire first lap, because we do expect usually you have a safety car at Monaco in the first lap here in esports racing. If the guys are all just a bit more careful, we can have just maybe a PSC or no incidents at all, but that's going to be something to think about, but we're going to see how it comes down to be. So Beefy goes 112.8, only in 10th right now. I'm not sure if he's going to do another lap on those tires, or I don't know what he's going to do as yet, but we still got James yet to get out and make a time here. Let's see if anyone else is currently running. Maybe Liam is on another lap here. I'm not sure. He's running with his Ferrari. Let's see if Ferrari's going to have a good day here today or not. I think GS20 is the next Ferrari. No, it's not. It's Mikey. He's running right now. I don't think Mikey's on a hot lap though. But either way, guys, I think it's some pretty impressive times from everyone in the session. Bradfield is out so far. So just 4.5 minutes, just under 4.5 minutes left here in qualifying 2 for PGL Wednesday race. We're at Monaco. I think this is round 8 for them, for the Wednesday race, that is. It's been an interesting session so far. So Irish now puts himself up into P1 with a 110.1. Now that's usually where I actually see Irish, but Tang is a pretty fast guy as well. I'm not sure if Tang is gonna try to beat it right now or just hold on to his time for now, because they're basically going to be thinking about tire strategies for the start of this race in terms of how well they're going to qualify here. Because we're going to have qualifying 3 starting here pretty soon, which is definitely going to be the one to determine the starting grid for this race. And qualifying 2 is basically just your qualifying just to determine what tire strategy these guys really want to work out on. But that really usually just applies for the top 10 cars that go on to qualifying 3. Whatever tires they make the fastest time on in qualifying 2, they're going to have to start the race on those tires. It's required unless it's a wet race. Then that's a different story, which I don't think it's going to be here. I don't think we're lucky enough to see a wet race here. We still got James in the pit not getting out to make a time. Not sure why, what's happening. Obviously some sort of reason why he's not getting out. Let's see, we got Ice Cream. I think, he's invalidated his lap. Warrant is on an out lap right now. He's just begun his lap actually. So we're going to follow Warrens around. Let's see, he's a pretty fast guy as well. We're gonna see what kind of time he's about to put in here. Overall, so far it's been an interesting session. I think it's gonna be quite an interesting race to watch here at Monaco. I love watching races at Monaco. Alright guys, getting back on here. So James has still not come out to make it. I'm not sure if it's some sort of quali ban or something happening. I have no idea about that right now. But either way, we're not going to focus on that too much right now. He still has a race to make up his time in. So let's see what's happening. Iris still holding P1. Tang is still in P2. Mr. H P3 right now for this session. So we're watching basically for qualifying 2. What we watch is the tire strategies that the guys are trying to work with here. Look at your top 10. You're gonna have at least 1, 2, 3, 4 guys starting on mediums and the rest of the field starting on softs. At least that's going to be for top 10, because I don't think James is going to make a time, and because we're out of time anyway, and I don't think anyone else is really running a lap. Maybe Beefy is running a lap here. I'm just having a look. No, he's going a little bit too slow to be running a lap right now. Warren's not running a lap there either. They're probably just heading back to the pits. I'm not sure if Beefy's on a lap here or not. Seems to have gotten a bit faster. He might be, I'm not sure, but we're just going to stay overhead with his car for the remainder of qualifying 2, and we're going to be heading straight into qualifying 3 here pretty soon. Oh, he just did a purple sector 2. He might be on a fast lap here, I'm not sure. Let's see what's happening by the time he gets to the end of the lap. It'll be pretty interesting if Beefy pushes himself up into the top 10 for Q3 here on the final lap that he runs. And let's see. There he goes, P7, he does make it in. And he's going to be starting on softs as well. So who got pushed out? Warren's got pushed out. I think there he was in 10th, I think. That was the mix of it. So it's going to be Irish, Tang, Rage, Liam, Scotty, GS20, Beefy, Johnny Stokes, Walker, and Mikey for top 10 for qualifying 3 session. And our top 3 guys, currently we're top 3 anyway, are starting on the mediums. There's Mr. Rage, Tango, and Irish. They're going to be starting on mediums as well as Walker. So they're quite a mix of strategies for the start of this race. But we're going to see how well these guys do in qualifying 3. Because Walker, I think, is going to be able to make 110 and get all the way up there if he runs on softs. So I can't count him out for this. I'm going to see how well it's going to go for qualifying 3. And then Beefy is there as well. Probably is enough push to make another 110 for that session. So we're just waiting for that timer to count down, and we'll be heading straight into qualifying 3 here, guys. Should be a heck of a race, so stay tuned for that, as we should be getting into that very shortly. Okay, so that's the end of qualifying 2. We got Irish, Tang, Mr. Rage, Liam, Scotty, GS20, Beefy, Johnny, Walker, and Mikey heading straight into qualifying 3. A little bit of a mix of strategies, and going to be quite interesting. At least amount of people will be starting on softs there. I say it's about 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 drivers will be starting on softs, and 6 will be starting on mediums. So quite a mix of strategies, because you really want to think about strategy going onto a race in Monaco, because starting on mediums, you're going to have to be able to run a certain amount of laps before pitting without taking any damage and having to take a pit stop to change your front wing, or otherwise that's really going to cost you in terms of strategy. So I think it's why quite a few guys might think about starting on the softs and getting as much traction and grip as they can for their first few laps before they do have to change in case they take any damage. It's gonna be quite interesting to see how fast these guys are gonna go on this session here now. Let's stay unfitted. And let's take all of this off and let's see what they do. Alright, so we have a few cars about to exit the pit lane here now. Should be quite a good mix of lap times. We're expecting to see some 110s and 111s. I don't know if it's going to see a 109 or even a 108. We can hope to see a 109 though. I think these guys are pretty fast. Maybe somebody is probably going to put that in. Maybe Tang or Irish, I'm not sure. Two of the fastest guys I see we have here today for this track at this. So let's see who's going to put a better lap in for us. Alright, let's get onto the cars who are currently running. We got Irish running out here. I like the green helmet that Irish has on. Kind of color, some kind of similar to something I have. We got both Mercedes running behind each other for their laps here. I think it's Irish and Mr. Rage, their teammates here. Two very fast guys. Let's see what kind of time he's going to be putting when they get started on that hot lap. I think that's Irish just backing off a little bit to give himself a little bit of room in front of him. Needs some clean air to get this lap going. You don't want a car right in front of you. That's going to just complicate things and probably just slow you down and prevent you from making the fastest lap time as possible. So I think he's about to get started here now. Let's see how well he's going to do. Does have some free air in front of him to go with. The Red Bull getting out behind of him there now. Looking pretty fast around the track so far, Irish there. Hey Don, what's up? There is a Red Bull in front of him. Hopefully that car is not going to hold him up. Another Red Bull coming from behind. I am doing pretty well today. Having a good look at another Monaco race here for PGL for the Wednesday race. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Oh, and he abandons that lap. Not sure why. Oh, Walker made a 110. Still running pretty fast. Not sure where he's going with that speed. Running behind Beefy. He's going in the pits. Let's get on to Beefy's time here now as he... What's he doing? He goes P3. 111. So Liam currently holds P1. Let's switch on to someone else. Mr. Ray still running. Oh, he goes P3. Tang goes P1 with a 109. We wanted to see a 109. We got one from Tang there. A 109.5. Liam goes P2 with a 110.2. A 110.4 from Walker. We got a 110.5 from Mr. Ray. Beefy goes 111.1. 111.2 for GS20. Mikey's a 111.4. We got Scotty and an outlap. Irish now in the pits. Johnny in the pits. Gonna follow Scotty around for a moment and see what he's gonna be doing here. So I think we have maybe about 15, maybe 16 drivers for the start of this race by the time we get finished here. I'm not sure as yet if anyone else is joining the session. We had about 15 at the start of qualifying 1. So if we do have a few more drivers, maybe up to 17, I think it's going to be an excellent race. But even if it's 15 drivers around Monaco, that's going to be a pretty good race. Drivers are going to love to have a little bit less cars on track to deal with. But we love seeing a full grid here at Monaco either way. But let's see how full of a grid we're going to get by the time we get to the racing time. And let's see, Scotty is on his hot lap going. I'm going to follow his McLaren around a little bit to see what kind of time he's about to put in. I got Irish coming on another out lap. Just under 7 minutes now left to go. Purple sector 1 for Scotty here, doing excellent in sector 1. But this is Monaco, quite a difficult track for a lot of drivers. Some sectors might be pretty good for you, some might be pretty bad. So let's see how he does in Sector 2. If we see a purple Sector 2 off of Scotty here, I think he's on an excellent lap running. I just want to see what kind of time he's about to put in. Still running in Sector 2. We're going to wait for him to hit that line down and down at the end, and we'll see what kind of lap time he makes for Sector 2. If he does pretty well, I think he's going to be on for a good lap. Alright, he's about to cross that line right now. Oh, hits the wall a little bit. Does a purple Sector 2 as well. Is on for an excellent lap. I don't know if that little hit to the wall broke anything off his car. Doesn't seem to. He seems to be fine. Going on. Let's see what Sector 3 is going to be like. He might have an excellent time here. Let's see if he's actually going to push Tang out of P1. Oh, goes P2. 110.019. So close to Tang though. It's extremely close. About 1/10 off. So not bad for Scotty there, running up into P2 now. Liam on into P3. We still got well, Irish is on another hot lap right now. Johnny is on an out lap. Let's follow Irish around right now, putting some more pressure on him. Let's see what he's gonna do on this lap here. Hopefully he makes a better lap than his last attempt, which he didn't finish a lap. He just drove across that part after the tunnel section there. I think he just abandoned it for some other reason. I'm not sure. Maybe he got messed up for some reason there. He just let a car go by. I'm not sure if he's on a hot lap or not right now too, because he did seem to slow down drastically there as well. He's now speeding up as well. He's gonna need to get a pretty fast time in here if he really wants to make a good qualifying lap. So not a bad qualifying session so far. Congratulations to Tang though. Did an excellent time on that 109. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to be getting into the 109 before we get to the end of the session, but it's going to be fun to watch. Let's see what Irish is up to here. I'm not sure what kind of... I think he's... I really don't know what Irish is up to. He just did a 124. I know it's a bad lap. He slowed down a lot through that tunnel section. I don't know if he's on another hot lap here right now. Let's get on board with him. I'm not sure if we're messing him up. We're going to stay on board with Irish. Actually, no. Let's follow in Johnny a little bit. And let's see what he's going to be doing. Walker's retired the session. I think he's happy with his time. Starting in P4. Currently starting in P4. I'm not sure if he's going to get pushed down anymore. Oh, Johnny goes 110.7 to 6. Not bad for him. Irish is going to have to do something to get out of the 10th position. I don't think he wants to be starting in 10th. Even for Irish, he's a pretty fast guy. But, you know, working your way up at Monaco is not going to be that easy. You have to really be careful with overtaking here. And there's so few overtaking opportunities on this track. You got to just be very careful not to just risk it and, you know, end up in a wall or breaking off a part of your front wing. It's going to cost you a pit stop, cost you a lot of time. Even though we're going to have safety cars, we're going to have VSTs, you really want to avoid having to pit under those circumstances. Alright guys, let's see who else is running. I think Mr. Rage running on another lap. I'm not sure. I got GS20 coming out as well. And we're going to follow Mr. Rage around as he does go on his out lap, warming up the tires and getting ready to get started on his hot lap. So his teammate Irish is not doing too well down in 10th there. He's gonna have to try and improve on that time. I'm not sure if he's coming out back or not. He has enough time right now to get out back and do a pretty fast time, but he's gonna have to hurry up and get out here. Monaco is a pretty short track though. It is pretty difficult to get an excellent lap in. Not always that easy. Got Liam on another outlap as well. Irish has finally come back for his outlap. Let's see what he's going to be doing. We're going to keep following Mr. Rage here. I think he has some traffic in front of him. Not sure who that is. Is that his teammate Irish? I have no idea who that is in front of him, but we'll have a look in a second. Let's just have a look right now. If we can, I'm not sure. Absolutely no idea who that is, but let's just keep on board with him and see what he does. Oh, purple sector 2 for Mr. Rage, doing excellently well in that Mercedes. Alright, he comes down to the end of his lap now. Let's see what kind of time he's about to put in. Does he do better than 1:10? Oh, he does. Goes 1:09.4, almost a whole second and a tenth faster. That is incredible from his Rage. Now putting that car into P1. So that's going to be it for him. I'm not sure if he's going to try and do another lap and keep that there. That's Tang. He's just begun another hot lap here. Let's see if he's going to be able to beat Mr. Rage on this one. So he's now pushed down to P2. Irish still in P10 there. Let's see if he's on a lap here or not. I'm not even sure. He might be. Yeah, he is. Come on, Irish. Let's see what you can do in that car. And he goes P3 with a 1:09.5, 29, so close to Tang. Let's see where Tang is. Let's see what kind of time he's about. Oh, he might have abandoned his lap, I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to be going excessively fast for a guy running on a hot lap. Not sure. He might have just given up this lap, or I don't know what happened. I think he's going to have to settle to start in second there. Either way, I think that is it for Tang. I don't think he's making a faster time than a 1:09.5, but that was excellent, qualifying from these guys. For Mr. Ray to go 1:09.4 and Tang and Irish both going 1:09.5. Scotty there still, they're probably going to stay in P3 with a 1:10, and Liam with a 1:10.2, Walker with a 1:10.4. GS20 1:10.5, Johnny 1:10.7. Mikey and Beefy, only two guys in the 1:11s, but still pretty good qualifying for a lap from everyone. Let's see how the race start is gonna go for this session. It should be quite an interesting one. Beefy's going to have a little bit of work to do on this track here though, to try and work his way up the field, because as we said earlier, it is extremely difficult overtaking here at Monaco, but it's always such a lovely race to watch. Can't say the same about driving here, because it is not that easy of a track to work with, especially with such a limited room in terms of overtaking. And if you do make a mistake, there's absolutely nowhere to go. You're just going to put that car into a wall, lose your front wing, lose the suspension, or just lose the entire car as it is, So the guys driving here, they have to just be so careful, because we do have damage on. So you gotta just avoid damaging that car at any cost. So Mr. Rage pulling off an excellent lap of a 109.4 to take Tang down to P2. So you got a black Mercedes starting P1, a pink Mercedes starting P2, and another black Mercedes starting in P3. Then a McLaren in P4. Liam, I think, is driving a Ferrari in P5 there. That's the end of qualifying 3. Alright guys, so there we go. Yeah, Liam driving a Ferrari, Walker in the Williams in P6, GS20 in the Alfa Romeo in P7, Red Bull with Johnny in 8th, Ferrari in 9th, and Beefy with the Red Bull in 10th. So both Red Bulls, both Ferraris, one Williams, one Alfa Romeo, one McLaren, one Racing Point, and both Mercedes making it through the Q3 and getting top 10 start for the race. So Mr. Rage and Irish there, both Mercedes having an excellent start. So let's see what they're going to do with Tang in the middle of them. That's going to be quite interesting to watch what that Racing Point is going to do at the start of this race. Is he going to be able to pass Mr. Rage? They're going into turn 1 or not? And then Irish is right there to fight it as well. So let's get ready for the start of this race, guys. It should be quite an interesting one to watch. Oh, Tang took some wing damage on his last lap, if that message is current, which I think it is. That's why he was not able to finish that lap properly. So he might have been able to push Mr. Rage down, I'm not sure. Alright guys, so let's get ready for the start of the race in about 16-15 seconds, and we should be getting ready to go. Pit lane obviously empty, all cars are on track right now. Crowd is awfully silent, waving their hands right now. I'm not sure why they're not making a sound though. Taking quite a long time to load here, Codemasters. What's going on? Still with the glitches, I see. Alright guys, let's get ready. So they're off on their formation lap, which will be their one lap around the track to warm the tires up. Is the one lap you get to actually do a practice race start on if you need to. Make sure that clutch is working pretty well. Let's get our stuff set up. So we're going to stay on position changes for the start of the race, obviously to cover. Let's take that off. I don't think we need telemetry on at the moment. We're going to put the telemetry on later on to just see what's happening, but for the time being we're going to keep it this way just to have a look at what drivers are losing what positions and what drivers are gaining what positions. Should be an interesting one here though. So 16 drivers we have. Who's that showing down at the end? Combi. I'll say Combi for now. Haven't seen that driver before. So let's see how well these guys are going to drive. Got Maddie in 15th and Combi in 16th. James starting 14th, didn't really do qualifying. Ice Chips at 13. Bradfield in 12th, been disqualified from the formation lap. Warren's in 11th, and we were talking about our top 10 during qualifying 3 there. So it's going to be interesting to see how the start goes for the top 3 guys. One Mercedes, one Racing Point, and another Mercedes. Let's see how this goes between Rage, Tang, and Irish. Alright, so we're coming down to the end of the formation lap here right now, guys. Cars are going to be realigning themselves back onto their grid spots and getting ready for the start of this race. I think this should be an excellent race. Let's see if we're going to have, well, how many incidents we're going to have into turn 1. I'm going to try my best to keep the overhead camera on that to have a look at what's going to be happening there, and then we're going to try to follow whatever battles are going to be happening on this track as we go around. Alright, we have all greens. I think everyone is in their grid spot there now. Our last car is lining up. There's an AlphaTauri getting into the spot there. And here we go. Alright guys, they're off. Let's see who get a better start. That Racing Point seems to have gotten a bad start all the way down. I'm not sure if oh no, our leaderboard is messed up again. Oh, that crap hasn't been fixed as yet. Thank you, Codemasters, for not fixing it. Alright, so I'm not sure if how much incidents we had in turn 1. Since we fixed again, we got, I think... Where is Tang? I think he got pushed down a bit, or is he out front? I have no idea. No, he's out front running. I think Tang is leading the race right now. There we go, it's now fixed. Tang is leading the race. We got 2 Mercedes behind him. Mr. Rage going down to second. Iris still holding in third. Liam up a position off of Scotty there. And Mikey gained 3 positions. Walker is down 1. GS20 down 1. Johnny is up 1. Let's switch the position change to tires now, and let's see how they're going. Let's see, where are our close gaps? We're getting Johnny is very close to someone running. He is close to GS20. A lot of close gaps are going to be happening on track right now as we've just gotten started with the start of the race. I'm quite surprised though we don't have a VSC or a safety car, which means these guys are driving pretty well, avoiding any incidents that could possibly happen. And Tang getting 116 in that Racing Point out front for the first lap there. Heading into lap 2 now. Let's see how well we're going to be going. Oh, Irish getting pretty close to his teammate, Mr. Rage. Is there going to be a switch with the Mercedes here? I'm not sure. Our teammates are usually in contact with each other through party chat, so I'm not sure if these guys are discussing it. Who's going to let who through here, because they're definitely going to have to try and put the fight toward Tang in that Racing Point out front. This is disappointing for Mercedes right now, allowing a Racing Point in front of them. They're going to have to do something between Mr. Rage and Irish. I don't know what these guys are thinking. If Irish is faster than Mr. Rage, Mr. Rage is going to want to let him through. But then if Irish can't catch up, he's going to have to just let Mr. Rage go out and try to do it. But then it's a give and take right now. I'm not sure who's going to... Oh, we have a VSC. There's an incident somewhere on track with Walker. Not sure what happened. Trying to catch up on board with Ice Stream. We might be able to see it coming through the section here. There, where is his car? There is his car in the wall there. I'm not sure what happened between Walker and someone there, but definitely was a serious incident. That car is stuck on track. We have a VSC. They're probably going to remove it pretty quickly before the cars get around there. We'll probably get back to racing here pretty soon. Mr. Rage is going to love this, trying to try and break the gap down to Tang out in front, which they are doing. Both Mercedes chasing him down right now. Scotty in P4 trying to break the gap down as well. Let's see if Irish is going to stay in P3. Mr. Rage staying in P2. The guys are not switching. So Mercedes boys are not going to be switching. I'm not sure if they're racing each other or not right now, but they're going to have to think strategy-wise here. It does seem like Irish wants to push it and gets past, but he can't do anything right now since we're still under a VSC. He's going to have to wait for that VSC to be over before he does take the... Oh, we got Maddie in the pits. So one car has pitted through on this VSC. He probably took some damage, which is why he chose to pit right now. I don't think you usually do a pit stop under a VSC unless you really have some damage. I need to change tires as we get back to racing now. Let's see what's going to happen out front. Oh, Mr. Tang already got a gap off of sorry, Tang already have a gap off of Mr. Rage for 2.6 seconds. Not sure how that happened so fast, but it does tend to happen. So Mr. Rage is going to have to be a little bit careful driving not to get any damage. And he's going to have to show his teammate behind him that, you know what, hey, I can catch him, I can do this. Don't need you to get past me. Stay right there. But let's see how this works out. Oh, getting a little bit close to that wall. Don't think he took any damage, but he has his teammate right behind him. I think they're doing the switch. Mercedes did a switch. Irish is now taking the lead out in front from Mr. Rage. He's now going to chase Tang down for the lead of the race. Let's see if he can get it done in 3.5 seconds. That gap is. Let's see what Irish can do. Mr. Rage going to have to start getting a little bit worried about Scotty, who's now 2.9 seconds behind him. Let's see if the gap it gets under a 3 second out in front between Tang and Irish there, and we'll know if Irish is actually doing a good job or not. They're gonna have to re-switch again. Not sure. Let's see, I got a gap between Bradfield here and Beefy running in 9th. Oh, Bradfield trying to go on the outside, a little bit wide, not gonna get it done in that corner there. That's a little bit difficult to place up to be actually trying it. Unless you're really good with that. I stream with a fast lap 1:15.029. Let's see what's going to happen between Bradfield and Beefy here. Beefy is going to have to try and defend. If Bradfield does go for a move, doesn't try it on this occasion though. He might be waiting for the correct opportunity to go for that. Gap is 3.1 seconds between Tang and Irish New Potato out in front. Mercedes did a switch. Let's see if Irish can now catch Tang out in front for the lead of the race. They're all running on mediums out in front of the top 3. That is I'm talking about. So Irish does a fast lap 1:12.8. So he is running a lot faster than Mr. Rage then. So that switch that Mercedes did might be a good call for the team there. I'm not sure, but let's see how it works out. I see the gap now down to 2.9 seconds. Just keep going and coming between that time. Irish is going to have to try and maybe get him on the pit stop. I don't know how the strategy is going to work out for this, but they're going to have to really think about it. Let's see who's going to come in first for our pit stop anyway. Let's see what other close times we have. I still got Bradfield pretty close to Beefy. He's chasing him around. That's right. That's going to follow them. So it's a battle between a Red Bull and a Renault right now. As they get up that turn, we do see Jay Bradfield is really close to Beefy. Two extremely fast guys. Let's see if anyone's going to try for a move. Not trying as yet. Has to get a pretty good go at it here at Monaco because the gap corners being so close as they are. You got to really make sure you have enough room if you're going to do an overtake into a corner. And no one giving an inch at the moment. A few gaps are getting a little bit closer between GS20 and Mikey there. That's another gap breaking down. I'm not sure what's going to happen there as yet. We're going to just keep an eye on that if it goes under half a second so we can switch and see what's happening between them. Bradfield getting a little bit close to Beefy, but does get he needs to get a lot closer actually to get this move done. That's not going to cut it what he has going on. Let's see what's happening between Combi and GS20 here. It's another close gap under a second. That gap is. That's the other Renault chasing down an Alfa Romeo now. That's GS20 driving Alfa Romeo, but GS20 chasing down Mikey and a Ferrari out in front of him as well in P5. So this is going to be a three-way battle going on here for P5 now. Gap out in front is still around 3 seconds between Tang and Irish. Irish is trying everything right now, but not able to break that gap down. And Mr. Ray just fallen about 2 seconds back behind Irish right now. So it does seem that Irish has a better handle on this track for race pace than Mr. Rage. So the switch the Mercedes did was a pretty good idea, but still Irish seems to have some trouble catching. Oh, and that's Combi getting extremely close to the Alfa Romeo of GS20. They're going to have to be a little bit careful with racing each other here in terms of damage. You want to avoid it at all costs. These guys all seem to be driving pretty well though. We haven't seen a lot of incidents on track since the start of this race. The only incident I've seen is Walker. I'm not sure if he took himself out or someone took him out of the race, or if it was just a racing incident. We're not sure as yet. That's going to be in the report room of the Discord at the end of this. Oh, and I think Combi is looking to get a move done. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. Sorry if I'm calling your name wrong, but oh, we have GS20 getting extremely close to that Ferrari of Mikey. Mikey's going to have to want to speed it up out in front to avoid getting past here, because he might lose 2 positions in one if he does make a mistake and have GS20 try and go past him. Oh, we're going to have an overtake happening on this occasion. No, we're not. Just don't want to risk it as yet. Combi there. I still got Bradfield pretty close to Beefy. Is a battle going on down at the back there. Oh, and Tang is in the pits. He has pitted. That's going to trigger some action out in front now. Let's see what Mr. Rage and Irish are going to do about this. Are they going to pit now for the next set of tires? And Tang is going on to hards. He's going to the end of the race on those. So they're going to. This is going to be a total strategy change happening here now. Scotty's in the pits as well. So it's going to be mediums to hards. There's going to be a one stop for Racing Point there. At least for Tang's car, I think he's the only Racing Point driving right now. So Racing Point doing a one stop for their car. Let's see what Mercedes are going to do in response to that. Oh, GS20 getting so close to Mikey here. We're just not getting it done. Just not getting enough of a gap to do this. James just got a position off of Scotty, who was in the pits there. Scotty coming out in 11th. And where is Tang? Is out in 7th right now. I want to see if Irish or Mr. Rage are going to pit. Now, both Mercedes are running just behind each other. So, obviously, they're not going to want a double stack here at Monaco. They're definitely going to have to take separate pit stops. But who goes in first is going to be the question here. Let's switch over to... Let's see what's happening. Is Irish going to go in the pits or no? No, he is not. Let's see if Mr. Rage is going to go in pits. No, he's not either. They're not pitting. The Mercedes not doing a pit stop on this occasion. And someone seems to be disconnected. I think that's James disconnected out in front. It is James being disconnected there. Maddie running there. Let's see who else has a close gap going back to Bradfield here. Oh, close gap between Combi and GS20 here. And Mikey still. I think Beefy's in the pits right now. Oh, these guys are all pretty close together. Let's follow along and see if this battle is going to take us anywhere, have some more action. If we're going to have any incidents happen, I'm not sure as yet. But it does seem to be an interesting one. I don't think anyone has taken any damage as yet either. Let's see. Ferrari looks like he has some damage for Mikey there. Let's see. I'm not sure if he's missing an end plate. No, he's not. He's good. And I think Combi has taken some damage to that end plate. He looks like the right side end plate is missing off of his car. GS20, I'm not sure about yet. Trying to... Oh, no, he has both end plates on as well. So he has no damage on that wing. So Combi keeping extremely close with a damaged front wing from what I've saw, if I'm correct about it. And I still have, let's see, well, Maddie is now a half a second behind Liam. These guys are all chasing each other pretty good out in front. Oh, I think Combi is trying to find a gap off of GS20 right now, but just not getting one to get an overtake move done. He is pushing for it though. There they go around turn 1. Keeping pretty consistent with their lap here. Gap is still about 3.3 seconds between Irish and Mr. Rage right now. They're going to have to work a little bit hard right now to make sure Tang, who's still running in P7, now Tang is going to have a difficult time getting past the guys in front of him, even though he's on a fresher tires now, because it is Monaco. Not a lot of opportunities to overtake here, especially like corners like this. So guys are going around that section there. They're just going to have to follow each other in a line because it's not easy to get an overtake move done unless the car in front of you is going to make a mistake and actually have some damage, and definitely you're going to be able to just get a move done off of that. I think these three are going to be chasing each other around until their pit stops. I'm not sure as yet. So Irish and Mr. Rage, Mercedes driving out in front, P1, P2, leading the race. For now, they're going to have to make a pit stop at some point here and go on to hards if they're doing a one stop. I'm not sure what their strategy is going to be in terms of this. The racing point of Tang there, he has taken his stop already, change onto the hards, and is going to be running those until the end of the race, I assume there. So that's going to be a one stop for Racing Point. Mercedes are going to have to think hard about this strategy that they're going to pull off here. If they're doing a two stop or a one stop, not sure as yet, but they might be pulling for a one stop as well. I still have Mikey, GS20 and Combi here still chasing each other around this track. Let's see who else is close. No one else has a gap under a second at the moment, so the big battle happening on track is currently for the final podium position, P3, between the three guys here. That's Mikey, GS20 and Combi. They're going to be fighting it out until their pit stops, and Mikey running on softs should have a little bit more of an advantage off of GS20 and Combi to get some better traction on this parts of the track that are straight anyway. Oh, and we might have a move happening. There goes Combi fighting it. Oh, forcing GS20 wide. And GS20 takes a 3-second penalty and holds it in P4. That was risky. I assume GS20 would have just left and go by had he was getting that move done. No point really risking a penalty to get the position, keep the position there. I'm not sure what the player's strategy is going to be. Oh, and that's Mikey into the pits. which puts GS20 into P3 now, Combi into P4. These two guys running on the exact same strategy at the moment, and Tang is now up into P5, so he's getting back up there, and everyone in front of him is going to need to pit, which means Tang is going to get back the lead of the race. So it depends on the time difference between himself and Irish out in front. That's going to depend on whether Irish can be able to take him and get the lead away with the pit stops. I'm not sure what their strategy playing on Mercedes is. We have a safety car. There has been an incident. Beefy is out. Ice Cream is out. Not sure what happened. I think it's something happening. There's something happened in sector 3 there. Not 100% sure on this as yet. Let's see if we can have a look from the Mercedes point of view. There is Beefy's car stuck on the track there. Oh, and they're taking the pit stop under the safety car, so Mercedes might be double stacked. They are double stacking it. This is going to be an interesting play to see how this works out. Mr. Rich is of course going to get held up here just a little bit, but GS20 is about 21 seconds behind him coming around, so they're going to have enough time. Oh, there he comes. So I think they're going to have enough time to take the pit stops and get the cars out. Mr. H already heading out. GS20 coming into the pit stops as well. Now this is an excellent play on strategies from Irish and Mr. H. I think they were waiting for that safety car to happen. They knew some sort of incident was about to happen on track at some point. They were just waiting for it and hoping their tires don't burn out before the safety car happened. Even I think a VSC would have been enough for them to take that pit stop, and they were going to do it. That's what the strategy play was here right now. So now it's Irish P1, Mr. Rage in P2, and Tang in P3. All three cars have already pitted going on to the hards. They're going to the end of the race on this one. So Mercedes playing the right card of the pit stops with a safety car here right now. Tang is going to have to take it in P3. He's going to have to fight it hard on tires which are 5 laps older than the Mercedes boys right now. So let's see if the Racing Point can actually get this done and get at least one more position up from where he is right now. So he's going to be back at a rolling start in just a few minutes, maybe on by lap 16 we should be getting back to racing here. But I love the strategy that the Mercedes guys have played here today. Excellent strategy, excellent racing from them, getting that done off of Tang. I'm not sure if they're in communication about this, but I think they are, and I think they were thinking about waiting for a safety car before taking a pit stop. So Tang took his early pit stop, and he has changed his heart as well. So all three cars running on the same strategy, going to the end of the race. We're going to see who's going to get it down at the end. If Irish is going to be able to finish P1, Mr. H probably holding up Tang behind to try and prevent him from getting to his teammate out in front. I'm not sure what kind of strategy they're going to be playing here, but it's going to be a tough one for Tang, definitely on that Racing Point, to get past these guys and take the win for this race. But it will be an excellent race if Tang can actually take pole for the race. I'm not sure, but this is going to be a play on strategy now. If he's going to keep right behind these guys, which I think he will, so he's going to be top 3 fighting it out for a pole position of the race. It's going to be an interesting one to see if penalties come into play. I'm not sure if any of these guys have any penalties as yet between Mr. Rage, Irish and Tang, but we're going to keep that until the end of the race. We're not going to talk about that right now. So let's see, it's Scotty now in P4, Liam in P5, Mikey in P6, GS20 in P7 now. And you remember he took that penalty for when Combi tried to overtake him, and he just cut the track just to keep that position. Combi is still behind him, so he still has him to worry about. Now Johnny is in 9, Bradfield running in 10, Maddie in 11, James running in 12, and Warriors running in 13. Beefy, Ice Cream, and Walker all out of the race right now. So 13 drivers remain. We had an excellent race here at Monaco so far, and a lovely play of strategy from the Mercedes going towards the Racing Point there. We're just going to be waiting for the restart of the race now, as everyone is lined up behind the safety car. So just for Beefy and Ice Cream's car to get cleared off the track right now is what we're waiting for. I'm not sure how that incident happened. We did miss that happening. They was out a little bit at the back, but unfortunately they are out of the session. There's nothing that can happen about that. So let's wait for the start to get back. The safety car should be going in by the end of lap 15 or lap 16, hopefully by lap 15. So safety car is in this lap. We're getting back to racing. They've cleared that track pretty quickly, so good job on the guys working to get rid of the car on the track. I was hoping by lap 15 we'll get back racing, maybe lap 16, but it seems that we're getting back racing now. Let's see, we're going to focus on these guys out in front as they're going to start to speed up in any second now as they go around the final turn here and head on to the pit straight, and there they go. They're back. We're gonna get back racing. Of course, no overtakes unless you pass the line, and they're back to it now. Let's focus on Tang here in P3 as he goes. Now this is going to be quite a different race going. This is a view from Tang's car. What it looks like he's going to have to stay behind Mr. Rage for quite a few turns until he can try something. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but he is extremely close to that Mercedes. And then he has Scotty in the McLaren just behind him as well. So, good play on strategy. Liam changed off his tires early in the race, which is why his tires are 13 laps old. He's going to have to probably make another pit stop. I'm not sure if those tires will take him all the way to the end of the race, but if you do handle them well, they might actually be able to do that for you. Let's see what's happening down at the rest of the back of the field. We have a gap building out front between Irish and Mr. Rage. Tang still under a second there, though. Got Liam pretty close to... Who is he close to? That's Combi out in front with GS20 in front of him. Let's get to the overhead view on that and watch these guys as they race around here right now. We're on lap 16 of 39, just headed close to halfway of the race here now. Combi just trying to get close to GS20 to get a move done here. We're going to keep an eye out front to see what's happening. Gap building between the top three right now, so no great threat of a battle out in front there. I think the biggest battle we're going to have is on the midfield here right now. I got Johnny getting very close as well. A lot of locking up of tires going to happen right now. So quite a lot of cars still close together in this section in the midfield of track right now going. Just going to keep an eye on them as we go around. So Johnny is still running his Red Bull in the race. One Red Bull of Beefy that is out of the race so far. I think the Ice Cream and Walker both were driving Williams. Both Williams out of the race if that's the case there. So no points for them this week, this Wednesday here afternoon. Or evening for most of you. These guys are flying through the field right now. Not taking any damage either, so excellent driving from all of them. Combi getting very close. DRS has been enabled by race control again, so GS20 under threat now. He's going to have to worry about Combi behind him. Gonna follow that battle a little bit and see how that goes. 0.3 of a second that gap is right now. Combi getting on behind his gearbox really fast. Oh, locking his tires up, trying to break in time. He's gonna hurt his tires a lot. GS20 going a little bit wide to try and get through that turn. Let's see if we're gonna have an overtake happen again at the exit of the tunnel section here. Not sure if he's close enough to get it done. I don't think so. He's gonna have to push it a lot to get it. I don't think he's gonna have to hold it right there. Johnny getting very close to Liam now. So some excellent battles at this Monaco race here. I gotta say, some superb driving as well for such minor incidents. Not sure how the few incidents happened, but they did happen. Let's see what the one remaining Red Bull can do here. He's running in 9th right now. Oh, and up into 8th now because Liam just went into the pits. He's running a 6th lap or mediums. He might have to do another pit stop. Not sure if he can make it to the end of the race. We're about halfway into the race right now. Oh, we got Tang under a second behind Mr. Rage now. Let's see, that might be a battle in the mix here happening right now. I got Maddie just behind Bradfield. Let's see what's happening there. Alright, we have a VSC between, what's happening? GS20, I think he was fighting with someone. Fighting it with Combi, I think. I missed what happened there. I didn't really have a look at that. I don't know if you can see his car on track. Oh yeah, there it is. On the right hand section. He might have been fighting it with Combi. That's why that incident happened. Sorry I missed that. I'm not sure if you showed on my screen or not. I think I was following someone else, Maddie there. Then that VSC is now over. Mr. Rage is gonna fight it off with Tang here, who has Scotty just behind him as well. So this battle is now under a second between Scotty and Tang, and Mr. H going and coming with the times. But let's see, Maddie is still under a second behind. Who is he behind? He's behind Bradfield. GS20 was running a pretty good race. I'm not sure what happened. I think there was an incident between him and Combi, though. I know Combi was in front of him, the two, or behind him. The two of them were fighting for positions. That might have been what caused that VSC. That's why he's out. That car will be easily cleared from the track, though. There is an exit section right there, I think, after that tunnel. So they're going to easily get that out. That's where you have just a VSC. I still have Tang and Scotty chasing each other, and then Mr. Ray just in front of them. Got about 19 laps more to go here. Just finished lap 20. Bradfield in the pits now. So Maddie moves up to 9 there. Liam gets her position off of James now. Irish running an excellent race out in front of his teammate. That's 2.3 seconds, the gap between the two of them. So he's at a lead of 2.4 seconds now, actually. So Mr. Rage has to be a little bit worried about Tang. He's going to try to keep him out of DRS range by keeping the gap over a second. And Tang has to try and work his way up. So Scotty does come off his DRS range, which currently he is in. I think he was in the DRS range when they went through the detection point. So when they get to that DRS section, he might have DRS on him, I'm not sure. Of course, having the DRS is one thing, having overtake is another thing, and then actually getting an overtake done is a completely different strategy you have to work with, because it's not easy to overtake here, which is what Mr. Tang and Scotty are going to have to be really worried about now, because that's why Mercedes played such an excellent strategy off that racing point now. They got back the lead of the race. And as I think Mr. Ray started in at first, I think was, and Tang in second, and Irish in third. So completely switched around right now. Oh, we got Maddie pretty close to Warriors. He might be trying for a move here. Oh, that would have been an inside move, but that would have been really risky and dangerous, and probably cause an incident. You're gonna have to be careful about this one. He's thinking about it. He's looking for a gap. He might be trying it at the end of the tunnel section. That's Mikey with a 3-second penalty. Currently running in 5th. You're gonna have to be careful. Let's see how close Maddie is gonna be to this one. Not sure if he's gonna be close enough. No, I don't think so. He's gonna have to hold it right there. Definitely he's going to be thinking about it on the pit straight, though, going into turn 1. I'm not sure. This is one difficult section to actually overtake on without going wide. Alright, here we go. So they're going around the final few turns before they get to that pit straight. Let's see who's going to have a better exit and have a go. He has the DRS and overtake. Oh, got a much better exit there, but I've seen cars go side to side on this section, but let's see if he's going to get close enough. I'm not sure. That gap is just going to be breaking down. I don't know if he's going to find the gap to go on here. Maddie working pretty hard at it, though. So he is currently being held up by Warriors now, I got to say that. So Warriors is doing an excellent job of keeping him behind as well. Even though it is Monaco, quite a difficult track to overtake on. But it does come to the advantage if you have a car behind you trying to overtake you, but you got to just be so careful of defending. You could cause both cars to have damage. Oh, and he's going to go for it off this section here. Definitely going for it on the inside. contact between the two of them. Someone may have gone wide. I think Warriors went a bit wide. Not sure if anybody took any damage. Maddie definitely didn't take any damage on that one. He's going to be fighting it again. Warrens did some great defending there. I'm not sure how good it was for him, though. He might have taken some damage. Yeah, definitely he did. He lost an end plate, so definitely going to be much harder now to defend against Maddie here. Yeah, and there we go. Taking it into turn 1. And gets it done pretty cleanly. Excellent job off of Maddie there to get that overtake done off of Warren, so without causing any damage. Of course, Warren is chasing him down still. Even with a broken front wing, he's going to try, but he seems to be losing some time now. Oh, I got Scotty out there pretty close to Tang still. Tang losing some time though to Mr. Rage. He has Scotty to worry about here as well. So this is going to be a pretty good battle going down to the end as we're out on lap 23 of 39. Yeah, about 60% through the race. Quite a bit of a long race here at Monaco too. Someone went into the pits. I think that was Tang. He's taking another pit stop. I'm not sure. Did he take damage? Is he changing his front wing too? Let's see. Yes, he is. Might have fought it hard with either Mr. Rage or Scotty there and taken some damage, so he had to take another pit stop, losing out on the podium here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to fight his way back. He's going on to mediums to go to the end of the race on those. So Mercedes running an excellent race out front, P1, P2. Scotty is 2.7 seconds behind Mr. Rage. He's going to try to bring the fight to him now. Let's see. I'm not sure if he has any damage. Doesn't seem to. No, he doesn't have any damage. And Combi, without any damage, running in P4. I'm not sure if it was Combi and GS20 that had that incident that causes VSC that took GS20 out of the race, but Combi running up into P4 right now. Johnny running P5. The only Red Bull left running. We got Tang running P6 now after taking a second pit stop, which was not planned. He did have to take that after his damaged front wing. So that racing point is in 6th now. Still in the points though, but not where he would like to be. He started this race in P2, now down into P6. He was fighting it in P3 end up before that pit stop. Now he's going to have to fight his way back up. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it. We have Scotty there, might have to take another pit stop, as well as Johnny. I'm not sure. They're running on mediums, are 12 and 17 laps old now. So I'm not sure if Scotty is going to be pushing for another pit stop or if trying to finish on those tires. I'm not sure about that. But Combi definitely not taking another pit stop, running on the same strategy as the Mercedes out in front with 12 lap old hards. So he's going to the end. So it is a possibility that Combi here might be able to get the third podium position and finish on the podium for the race here at Monaco. That would be an excellent race for him if he does get that done without any damage to this car, because any potential damage might mean he has to take another pit stop and lose a lot more time. We got Johnny with 1.5 seconds behind Combi. He can actually challenge him for a podium position here. What a move it would be for Red Bull to get onto the podium here after his teammate got taken out of the race. James running there down in 12. Didn't really participate in the qualifying sessions as far as we can tell. I'm not sure if he had a ban or something, but he is running in 12 right now. I'll be a little better than where he started, I think. I'm not sure. I have Liam right now right behind the McLaren of Maddie. Maddie in another battle here right now again. And I have to fight it out. He's going to lose it. Let's see. Going in. And let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh, he goes wide. Does he not take a penalty for that? He's coming back. He's going to have to hold it in P8 though. I don't think he can push it there. I think he might have gotten a warning for that one. I don't know if he got a penalty or not. We did not see a graphics and race control about him having a penalty. Liam getting a bit sideways with his rear end, trying to defend against Maddie. Maddie finding it hard. Oh, and hitting the wall. That's definitely some damage. I saw, yeah, definitely the end plate just went off of his car. That's going to be a lot of damage. Okay, maybe just the end plate damage, I'm not sure, but still, that's going to be significant in terms of, oh, and he just lost the other end plate. He might be frustrated right now with what just happened between him and Liam. Liam taking away the position from him, and him not able to getting it back, even with cutting the track. Maddie's going to be devastated about this, and I think he has both end plate damage now, so some significant damage on that McLaren. He's probably going to have to pit again, and he was running an excellent strategy with 13 laps on his hard tires. He was going to the end of the race on those, so any potential cars pitting in front of him would have given him a position up. Now with that damage front wing, he might have to change strategy and make a stop here. I'm not sure as yet. We're going to follow him until he gets to the pit stop. Until the pits. Oh no, he doesn't. He didn't lose the other end plate, so he might be able to drive that car with one end plate missing. He might have just scratched the car, maybe as a little bit of the other bump that he took on the wall. I'm not sure, but let's see if he does take a pit stop for the damage on his car. I'm not sure how significant it is. We're not yet able to see that sort of graphics off of our view here. And yep, he is taking a pit stop. He might be coming out on softs, I'm not sure. That's going to put a few cars up position. Mikey is now up into P8. Bradfield up into P9. Let's see what's happening out front. We got Scotty 1.2 seconds behind Mr. Rage, and Irish running excellent out front with 4 seconds in the lead there. That is Mr. Rage with Scotty just behind him coming right now. That's going to be a battle happening again pretty soon before they reach the end of the race on lap 29 right now. About 12, 13 laps more to go here. So we're going to follow along with Scotty for just a bit of this lap to see what's happening. If the gap is going to decrease from 1.5 seconds between himself and that Mercedes with Mr. Rage out in front there. Since we don't seem to have any other close gaps to follow at the moment. The gap seems to be increasing though. 2.1 seconds now. I think Combi is getting pretty close to him. Combi is going to want to fight for that final points paying position. Still waiting for Scotty to take another pit stop. I'm not sure if the graphic is correct or not. With Scotty running 20 laps on those mediums. I have no idea if that graphic is right. We still have a lot of glitches on this game, so we really can't tell. Johnny Stokes with a 3-second penalty. He is running, where is he running? Running in 5th right now. He's going to have to want to be careful about those. Still following Combi, getting less than a second behind Scotty right now. Scotty's going to be under some serious pressure in that McLaren now. That Renault is getting right up to his rear end. Going to try for an overtake move here pretty soon. Maybe even going into turn 1 here now because he has the DRS. Doesn't use any overtake though. Holding it behind the McLaren for now. He is definitely going to be trying for a move here pretty soon. He's going to want to keep it clean as possible. I think he's about to go for it. Not as yet. No, he just holds it behind the McLaren right now. He has a lot of overtake to use. One wondering why he wouldn't use it as yet. Maybe he's just waiting for Scotty to take a pit stop. Johnny Stokes is in the pits, and we had some sort of incident happen there for a second, I think. Because Combi just took the P3 off of Scotty, and Scotty might have taken some damage into the wall. I'm not sure. I did see like a part of some sort of carbon fiber flew off of a car there, which it looked a bit orange. I'm not sure about that though. No confirmation, but Scotty is now down to 1.4 seconds behind Combi. Combi is now going to try, and let's see if he can bring the fight to Mr. Rage for P2. 4.1 seconds. Let's see if that gap is going to get broken down enough. So Scotty with his damaged car there going to have to be losing some time now. Tang running in P5 right now, 4.8 seconds behind Scotty. It's going to be probably a little bit easy for him to catch up to Scotty and get past and take P4 since he has no damage, running on much fresher tires right now. So Tang is going to be able to at least get back P4. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch Combi and get that P3. He is on fresher tires. Maybe he even has the potential to do it. He has just under 10 laps to do this now though, so he's gonna have to really work hard at it to get back up there and get this done, to get the car back on the podium. So Racing Point fighting right now for points, trying to get as higher up as he can. Maddie with a 3-second penalties. Really gonna have to be careful about these penalties right now. He might be a little bit frustrated and driving right now with provided what's happened with him in this race so far. Johnny soaks on fresh soft tires right now since he took the last pit stop. He's going to run to the end of the race. Let's see if he can catch anyone and get anything done there from P7. Tang is now 2.2 seconds behind Scotty. He is catching that car with a broken wing. McLaren's going to have to do something here right now. Scotty's going to have to try and figure something out before Tang. Oh, Tang is coming right up to the behind of him right now. Whoa, less than a second. That gap is going to fall now. Going on to the pit straight. Let's see what Scotty's going to do. If he's going to fight it off or let the Racing Point get by. I'm not sure as yet. Let's see as they go into turn 1. It's going to be behind Scotty. Tang is going to chase him down, definitely going to chase him down for P4, and has very limited time left to catch Combi there in P3. And there we have it. That definitely doesn't move. Wait, just waiting to happen right now. And there we go. I think it's going side by side, gets past before the turn. So that was quite cleanly done by Tang. Excellent driving from him in that Racing Point today. Getting that car back up to P4 after having to take an emergency pit stop to change his front wing, damage caused by fighting for P3. No other close gaps currently exist other than with Combi here and Mr. Rage. So that Renault is going to chase down that Mercedes for now until the end of the race, at least to try and get P2. And then Tang is going to try and break the gap down. So let's see, a 2-second and a 6-second gap. Let's see what's going to break down first. I wouldn't be surprised if Tang broke a gap down and got past Combi for P3 before the end of this race. Combi is going to have to fight it hard. It does seem to be a pretty good driver. So let's see how well he's going to go for him. Oh, 1.9 seconds. He might be trying to break the gap down with Mr. Rage before Tang catches up to him. He did do an excellent overtake to get past Scotty as well. Tang as well did an excellent move on Scotty there. Scotty has that broken car. I think he's going to try and keep it going until the end of the race, so he's not going to want to take a pit stop and risk losing P5 and all of that points for McLaren. Combi getting very close to the Mercedes of Mr. Rage right now. So this is another battle just waiting to happen. Tang losing time right now, I think. No, actually gaining time to Combi. It was 6 seconds, now it's 5.2 seconds. 5.5 seconds, sorry. That McLaren we see there is just a ghosted car, a back marker. I think that's Maddie. Yeah, it is Maddie driving there. We're just waiting to see if anything's going to happen between Mr. Rage and the Mercedes and Combi and the Renault running in P2, P3. Mr. Rage's teammate is Irish running out front in P1 of the race. The Mercedes boys did an excellent play on strategy against the Racing Point here. Of course, Racing Point driver Tang is doing an excellent job in the race, getting the car back up to P4, trying to fight it right now, breaking the gap down bit by bit as we go around, now broken down by and a whole second he saved on that lap there. Trying to chase down Combi, but Combi is an excellent driver here in this race. As we've seen so far, he's worked his way up to P3, started down at the back of the grid. So he might be looking at getting driver of the day here, a Combi that is. He is an excellent candidate for that one right now, but let's see what the game is going to decide down at the end. We're still following the gap. Mr. Rage is trying to fight back, I think, here right now against Combi. He does see that the gap is breaking down pretty fast, and Tang is breaking his gap down pretty fast as well. So Combi is going to have to be a little bit worried about the Racing Point with Tang behind him. It's been quite a fun race here today at Monaco, gotta say. So good job on the boys at PGL for the Wednesday race. So we got Johnny now, I think, is getting pretty glad happening. We'll get back on in a second, guys, no worries about it. So Johnny might be looking to get a move done there with that Red Bull to try and get some more points since his teammate is out of the race. So it's not going to be a 2 Red Bull finish. Let's get that down and let's get back into the session now. Hopefully it doesn't give us any issues to get back in this session here. Give me a second, guys. Trying to get back on. I know we're missing bits and pieces, but can't avoid it.